folks. Let's do some empties. Well, hello everyone. Welcome to another video. It is me, Desiree, and yes, it is time for empties already. These are all of the products I finished up this month. I was just watching an Emily Noel video. These are all the products I finished up this month, and there are a couple of makeup things in here, believe it or not. But yeah, I'm just gonna share with you what I used up, what I thought of it, would I buy it again, all that kind of stuff. So we have another bag of the Dr. Teal's Cannabis Sativa Hemp Seed Oil Epsom Salt. This quickly has become my favorite one, and it's weird because I normally absolutely hate hemp, cannabis, sativa, anything. The scent just does not smell good to me. It smells like a lake, dirty lake water, but this smells so good. I would love this scent in an air freshener, a room spray, a candle. I almost just want to pour some of this into a little bowl and have it out like in each room. It smells so good. So good, so fresh, so relaxing and calming, but not too strong. I love this scent a lot. The scent is good. Epsom salt is good. I've been obsessed with baths lately, and this has become my favorite one. I absolutely love it. And once I used it up, I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to use all the other ones now. I do have a different one from Dr. Teal's. It's the Muscle Soak one, something like that. That one's good too. The scent on that one's a little more peppermint, which is nice, but I just love this one a lot. I used up a Soap and Glory body wash. This is the Magnificoco body wash. I've been very into Soap and Glory's body washes lately. This one just smells so good. It's like coconut, but not really. Like if it didn't say Magnificoco on here, my brain would not go to coconut when I smell this. It smells like a good vacation, but not sunscreen. It just smells so lovely. I really, really like this body wash a lot. I already have one of these again in the shower. Not this same one. I'm using the Call of Fruity one right now. I've just been really into Soap and Glory's body washes, and once I kind of get my fill, I'll move on to something else. So right now, I'm into it. Already bought another one. Oh my gosh, I could not wait to do an empties video because I want to reuse this bottle so badly. This is the number 7 Revitalizing Micellar Cleansing Water. So I use micellar water every single day. I think I had just put up a video about 10 drugstore products I use every day, and micellar water is one of them. This was the one I was using before I purchased the store brand of the Garnier one. And I want to pour this into this bottle. This is nice micellar water, but I hate this cap. It's like too much pressure to have to snap it, and I like to open this with one hand, and this is really strong. Like the lid is very strong. So I want to pour it into here because this is just like a nice little quick pump. So I'm going to pour this out into here, but I liked this micellar water. I actually was going to repurchase this, but it was out of stock at the store. So I went with another cheap option, which is the Walgreens brand of the Garnier, and so far so good. But this one I would buy again, mostly for the pump bottle. But yes, finally get to reuse this. Ooh, I missed this lotion so much. This is from Dionys. It's the Goat Milk Body Lotion. So this was something I got in a subscription box, and I love the scent of this. Oh my gosh. It says Blue Ridge Wildflower is the scent, but all I smell, lilac. It smells like fresh lilac. Like there's a giant bush of lilac in someone's yard and you walk by it and it just hits you in the face. That's what this is. Oh, I want some lilac in my yard. Oh my God, this smells so good. Anyway, I couldn't use this for a long time because it's an extremely strong scent. It gives me monster headaches. So I was only able to use this on my legs. If my arms were exposed, I could not use this because the scent would just drive me crazy. But I got sick late last year, and my sense of smell changed, and for some reason certain scents don't give me a headache anymore. I don't know what that's about, but I was able to use this on my full body and I loved it. Oh my gosh, I got a little thing in here, was scraping out all the lotion. I loved this a lot. I would totally buy this again. The lotion was great, the scent was great. Loved it and missed it once it was gone. I used up a Soap and Glory cleansing balm. I love this a lot. Actually, the night I had finished this up, the next day I bought 2 more repurchases because I love this a lot. It's my favorite cleansing balm. I did repurchase this, but currently I'm using the one from Real Techniques. Did you know Real Techniques had a cleansing balm? Because I didn't, and I've used it 2 or 3 times now, and you know what? It's really good. It's really good. I'm blown away at how freaking good it is, and I didn't even know it existed. But this is still my #1 favorite. I bought 2 more backups. I always like to have this one on hand. It's quickly risen to the top of my favorite cleansing balm. Like, it's the #1. But that Real Techniques one, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I used up some eye gels from Patchology. These are the Flash Patch Rejuvenating Eye Gels. The brand did send these to me. They sent me a few jars of these actually, and I do have one more now. I did give one of these to a friend. I think she likes them. She sent me a picture of her using them up, so I think she likes them too. I like these a lot. I think they work for me a little better when I put them in the fridge because these are so juicy with serum that when I put them on, I either have to be laying down or constantly pulling them back up because they'll slowly like start dripping down your face, which I guess is fine. It's okay to get that serum on your whole face. But when I put these in the fridge, it kind of solidifies very slightly, the serum just very slightly, just enough so it like sticks rather than slides. Does that make sense? I like these a lot. I would buy these with my own money if they were half off Ulta's 21 Days of Beauty, because eye gels are always kind of expensive to buy, especially a container like this, but I would buy those again at a good price. I used up a setting spray from Believe Beauty. This is the Makeup Perfecting Setting Spray. I had this for a long time, and I told myself I'm not going to repurchase any setting sprays until I use up all of my setting sprays, and I'm working my way through them. I'm doing a good job. I did have a setting spray in my cart, like in my basket when I was at Ulta shopping the other day, and I put it back because I was like, don't do it. Use up the ones you have already. I had this for a long time, and you know what? It's pretty good. It doesn't change the look of your makeup at all. It kind of looks a little dewy when you first put it on, but once it dries down, your makeup's gonna look exactly the way it was before. It'll like mesh all the powders together and do all the stuff that a setting spray should do. But it's pretty solid for $5. I'd buy this again. I think it's pretty good. It's good and not just good for the price. I think it's a good setting spray. A couple of skincare items. I actually really liked all 3 of these things. This is from Acure, the Radically Rejuvenating Dual Phase Bakuchiol Serum. So this was like a serum. Look, there's a tiny bit left in there. I'm gonna put this on my hands because they're a little dry. Was there any in there? I could swear I saw some in there and now I don't see it. It's fine. It was like a serum with a little oil in it, so you kind of shake it up before you use it. I pretty much only used this like a facial oil. I didn't really, I don't know, notice any difference on my skin when I used it and when I didn't, other than the moisture level. It was really oily, but it felt so good and so comforting. I'm sure I got this in some sort of subscription box or, you know, like one of those bags with a bunch of samples in it, because I don't remember buying this. This brand doesn't even like interest me in any sort of way. Not in a bad way, just doesn't, it's not on my radar, you know? But this was nice. It was nice as a nice, super oily serum. It was good. This here from Fleur & Bee, this is the Just Do It Hydrating Serum. Okay, I have a couple of thoughts on this. So it does look like there's some still in there. I cannot get it out to save my life. It's like a little that's clinging to the side of the bottle. I have banged this thing on my hand so much, but I've gotten everything out of here that I possibly can. So this is a hydrating serum. It says hydrating, anti-aging, cruelty-free, vegan, all that kind of stuff. The texture on this is something I've never felt before. You could tell there's a bunch of oil in it, but the oil isn't oily. It's just, I can't describe it, but it's such a beautiful texture. Every single time when I use this, I was just like, oh my God, how did they do it? It makes my skin feel intensely hydrated. There's a lot of oils in here, but it doesn't feel oily. It's super weird, but you can tell it's getting in your skin. It's really penetrating deep into your skin and hydrating the crap out of your face. I liked this a lot, but it made my skin break out a little bit, but not with actual like blemishes. Like just, a weird red rash was all over my face right here one day. I got bumps all over my forehead, and I had started using this and the Walgreens niacinamide serum at the same time. So I took both of them out, I waited till my skin cleared up, and then I added in the niacinamide serum. It was totally fine. Once I noticed that that wasn't giving me the reaction, I took that one back out, I added this back in, the bumps came back to my face. So I don't know what it is about this that makes my skin blotchy like that. My guess is it's the carrageenan. I don't know if that's how you pronounce that ingredient, carrageenan maybe. I've always said it carrageenan. So carrageenan is, I don't know where it's derived from, but they put it in almond milk and non-dairy milk sometimes. And I noticed when we would buy certain brands of almond milk, I would get a really bad stomach ache and I just would not feel good. And I'm like, oh, that new brand of milk we've been buying sucks. So we'd go back to the old one. When that one wasn't in stock, we'd go back to the other one with the carrageenan in it. And I started kind of looking at the ingredients. I was like, I bet it's that. I've never had a milk with that ingredient before and it was bugging my stomach. Now, that same brand that we used to buy that had the carrageenan has a big old thing on the front that says carrageenan free. So I bet that was causing irritation for a lot of people, a lot of uncomfortable issues in their body because they took it out. And now I buy that milk with no issue. I bought an Ulta milky toner that has carrageenan in it, and I feel weird using, I've never used it on my face. I only use it on my body. And when I got this and it says carrageenan on the ingredients, like it's a called out ingredient, it's not just on the list, it says it, carrageenan for this thing. I was like, oh, I already know I don't like that and my body doesn't react good to that ingredient. And this did make my skin all blemishy and blotchy, but it felt so good that I used up the whole thing. I used up the whole thing. Even though it was making my skin freak out, it felt comfortable. I don't know. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy this again. The texture was so good. The texture was so beautiful. If they took out the carrageenan, I would buy this again in a heartbeat. I absolutely loved it, even though it made my skin freak out. I don't know. I don't know why I kept using it. I just really, really liked it a lot. Also, if any of you guys have noticed a sensitivity to carrageenan, let me know, because I think it's a weird ingredient. I've never heard anybody talk about having a sensitivity to it. And I just kind of, you know, by the power of deduction, I figured out that's what it was that was causing irritation inside my body and on the outside. But let me know. Okay, as a product that did the complete opposite is the Origins Mega Mushroom Relief and Resilience Soothing Treatment Lotion. So I had this little sample for a long, long time. I never used it. I didn't particularly want to use it, mostly because I thought it was going to be an actual lotion, like a moisturizer type of thing, and I didn't really want it. I don't know why, it just didn't appeal to me. But then I heard Daisy Cash mention this product in an old video, saying she uses it all the time. She's repurchased it many, many times. So I thought, okay, fine, I'll try it. And I fell in love with it. This has a very similar texture to a Korean toner, like a hydrating toner. Really thin and watery. Not a lot of body to it or thickness or anything, but it has a slip and like a silkiness to it that makes my skin feel so good. I wanted to put this on my whole entire body. I used up the rest of this morning and I immediately was like, oh no, what am I gonna do with my life? I wanna buy this in the full size. I loved it a lot. It was super calming and comforting, moisturizing lightly, hydrating deeply. I loved it. I loved this so, so, so much. Wanna buy it in a full size right away. But I bet it's probably like $50. I'm gonna guess $50. I'll put the price here if I find it. Was I correct? I don't know. You'll have to tell me. Okay, I used up a little sample of the Glow Recipe Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Sleeping Mask. I don't even know if they still make this product, to be honest. I've had these samples for so long, and I really, really like this because it's a retinol I can use around my whole eye without irritation. The other retinols I've been using under my eyes make my eye skin peely and ugly. And this doesn't do that. It's really nice. I have 10 packs of these, so I'll continue using it. But I don't know if they still sell that in a full size. I don't know. Okay, I have something here from Lush. I actually used up a bunch of Lush products, but I never mention them in empties because most of the time they're wrapped up in paper, or you buy them and put them in a little paper. They don't have packaging that I can show you that I used it up. And to be honest, once I use it, I don't remember the names of any of the stuff that I've used up. Sometimes I know the names of the bath bombs, especially if I've repurchased it. But for the most part, once I walk out of the store, I have completely forgot the names of the products I've purchased, unless it's in a packaging. But this was a solid body wash in their Yognog scent. They put out the Yognog scent only during the holiday time. It's like a, to me, it smells like graham crackers, like a honey graham cracker. It smells so freaking good. Oh, it smells so good. It perfumes the whole shower. It perfumes the whole bathroom way after you're done with it. Like I could still smell it when I come home from work in the afternoon. It's so good. They say it's caramel and maple. Maybe lightly. I don't know. I don't smell maple or caramel, but I also don't know how to smell anything really. I just know it smells good. I wanted to buy the body wash. I bought this, I think, the holiday 2022. I had this for a long time. I went in to buy the body wash, but they were putting the body wash only in the subscription box that year. Why did they do that? I don't know. But the lady was like, we had this solid body wash, and I had never tried something like that from Lush before, and it was great. It was so good. Obviously, I had it for a long time because I didn't use it for a long time. Honestly, I kept it right here out because the scent was so good. I just loved it to be like a room perfume. But finally, I used it up and it was great. It's like a solid, it kind of looks like a sponge, like a loaf of bread that has gone very stale but still has a little bit of give to it. That's literally what it looked like. And you just get it wet in the shower, and I would like rub it on top of my loofah, and you don't even need that much. I felt like this lasted way longer than the body wash did because I used so little of this every time, and it foamed up and was thick and rich and frothy the same way the body wash would be. I wasn't expecting it to be so good. I loved it. I will buy this again if they come out with that solid one for holiday again. I totally will. I used up another little toner, the Wamisa Organic Flowers Toner Deep Rich. This is one I've had for a very long time, and I didn't use it because it smells like roses very, very strongly. And it smells good, but it would give me a headache. But then again, when I got sick, my sense of smell never really returned the way that it used to be, and I was able to use this, so I used it all up, and I loved it. I loved it. It's such a nice hydrating toner, and I kind of wanted to buy it in a full size. I really enjoyed it a lot. This has a hair twisted around it. It's the Verb Ghost Oil. I've been using this for a long time. I feel like years at this point. I tried it in a tiny, tiny sample one time, fell in love with it, and I've been buying it ever since. I love it so much. I use only 2 pumps of this at a time, so this lasts a long time. It's a scentless oil for your hair. It keeps frizz in check. I really love to use this all the time. I feel like this is one of those oils that doesn't leave your hair oily. It just feels manageable and conditioned and lovely. I love this stuff a lot. And one thing I really like about it too is that it rinses off of your hands easily with just water. So once you put it in your hair, you can just rinse your hands at the sink. You're not having to like use a bunch of soap that's just slipping right off the oil on your hands. It's lovely. I have another oil I'm using right now from Main Club, but I will buy the Verb Ghost oil again when that one's empty. I have this little face spray from Fortify, the natural bacteria fighting skincare protecting facial mist with hyaluronic acid and aloe. I only bought this because it was on sale. It was a pretty nice face spray though. I love the scent because it has like a fake aloe scent, which I really love. I love the scent of the Secret Key Soothing Moist Toner. I think that's what it's called. In the aloe version, that kind of fake scent, that's what this had. I loved it. The face spray was fine. Honestly, once I used it up, I forgot it existed until this moment. Wouldn't buy it again unless it was on sale. It was fine. All right, just a handful of things left. I did use up a Beauty Blender Pro. I did have another one already on backup that I pulled in. And it's so funny because you get used to the way the sponge works. And by the time you pull out the new one, you're like, oh my God, this is how it's supposed to be working the whole time. But I will use this sponge until I feel like it's not really doing its job anymore. I will get the most mileage out of this thing, but I've used it up. It served its purpose. It served its purpose. I bought another one. Actually, I didn't buy another one. I'm still working on the ones my boyfriend gave me for Christmas. Christmas 2022. I asked for a year's supply of beauty blenders, and this is my last one. So they lasted a long time. A couple of makeup items. I have the NYX Tinted Brow Glue. I love this stuff so much. I think this was the second tube I used up. I didn't repurchase it because I wanted to use what I already had. And so I started pulling in the Soap & Glory Brow Lamination Wax, and I fell in love with this stuff. I want to repurchase this, but I'm kind of really into the Soap & Glory one right now. I used up another Kulfi Main Match Concealer in the shade Ice Ice Berry. I can't live without this concealer now. I just love it so much. I love it for the under eyes. I love the shade match for my skin tone. I like to use this on my whole face all the time. It's just like a one and done type of thing. It's great. I did repurchase it already. Love it so much. I cannot wait for this brand to come out with some more complexion stuff. I hope they're working on a foundation or a tinted moisturizer of some sort, because I will be first in line. I love their brand. I don't know what it is. I just love them and I want them to succeed. Okay, I have the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cleanser, this big old tube here. I thought I would never finish this up. It took me so long to use this. I got a lot of bang for my buck out of this thing because you need the tiniest amount. And that's one thing that really drove me nuts about this, is that it didn't have a pump, so I couldn't really regulate how much I was using every time. I would try just to get a little bit, but it always seemed to be too much. Because a little bit of this went a long way. I could use it on my eye area and everything. It removed all residual makeup off of my skin. I also used this multiple times as a one and done facial cleanser, like to take makeup off and everything. It works really, really good like that. Doesn't strip your skin. It's lovely. I would buy this again. I would. I liked it a lot. Okay, two more things, both skincare. I have from Trilogy, the Age-Proof Replenishing Night Cream. I feel like I got this in the Whole Foods beauty bag, I think, because I don't remember buying this. I know I had to have gotten this in like a sample set of some sort. This was actually quite nice. It had a scent of like a skincare item you would buy at Whole Foods, you know, like that kind of essential oil kind of scent. Not bad at all. The cream was rich and oily. I really liked this. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it, but I really enjoyed it while I had it, and I did wipe out that container. And lastly, I have here the Propolis Vitamin C B3, B5, B6 Serum from Tune 28. I've had this for a long, long time, and I finally decided to use it up. It's a great, like, all-in-one serum. You get a ton of different benefits in here, a lot of great ingredients. And at first, this was really irritating my face, and I think it's because I was using vitamin C and then niacinamide, and then this that also had vitamin C, and I found this to really like irritate my face, but that was just me not realizing I shouldn't be using so much vitamin C at once or layering all this stuff. I don't know. But once I took this out, my skin went back to normal. But I liked this on those days when I was just like one squirt of this on my face and moisturizer and sunscreen, and then that was it. This was nice for those days when I didn't feel like opening a million bottles of serum, because this kind of has everything in it. I liked it a lot, but I wouldn't buy it again. And that's it. Those are all the things I finished up this month. Let me know some stuff you finished up this month. I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe so you don't miss my next one, and I will see you tomorrow for favorites, the last day of drugstore month. See you then. Goodbye.